Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're doing a deep dive today into GE. You got it. Global Asset Exchange and microhubs.
Right.
This is a really fascinating concept that's all about kind of reshaping the world around us by turning things that are not being used, like resources,
Yeah.
into these incredible community hubs.
Yeah.
So we're going to be looking at a few different things today.
Yeah.
We've got excerpts from the book GAEM Changer, and also some promotional materials about the GE network.
Okay.
And really what we want to do is we want to give you a good understanding of how this whole system works. What is GAEM?
Yeah.
What kind of impact could it have?
Right.
And even, how you could potentially get involved.
Yeah. You know what I think is really interesting about it is it's not just about looking at all the stuff that's going to waste,
Right.
which is a lot,
Yeah.
but it's about empowering people to actually
Yeah.
do something
Right.
and create a whole new system.
Yeah.
So it's very different from traditional models.
Yeah. So let's break it down.
Okay.
The book starts by kind of laying out the problem.
Okay.
And it's a big one. We're talking about economic inequality.
Right.
We're talking about all this potential going to waste
Yeah.
on a huge, massive scale.
Mm-hmm.
And it mentions this statistic that just blows my mind,
Oh, really?
that the richest 1% in the world, they own more than everybody else combined.
It's incredible.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like here in the U.S., there's something like 16 billion square feet of space that's just sitting empty.
Oh, wow.
So when you think about all that, it's kind of overwhelming.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what GAM is doing is creating this framework to take all that stuff, all those underutilized assets,
Yeah.
and repurpose them, reclaim them.
Okay.
Think of it like turning those empty spaces and
Yeah.
all those untapped resources into these micro hubs
Okay.
of productivity and innovation.
So these micro hubs are at the heart of it. But I gotta ask,
Yeah.
what exactly are we talking about? I'm
Yeah.
picturing like really tiny buildings.
Not quite.
Okay.
They're more like these vibrant ecosystems.
Okay.
So, they blend the physical space
Yeah.
with the digital connectivity.
Okay.
So imagine like a rundown warehouse that's been turned into a tech hub that's like buzzing with entrepreneurs and creative people.
All right.
Or you have a vacant lot
Yeah.
that becomes a community garden
Okay.
that provides fresh food
Got
to
it.
local businesses.
So it's not just a building then, it's like
No,
its own little mini economy
Right.
tailored to whatever that community needs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one of the things that makes GAEM really different is this idea of a global asset exchange.
Okay.
So it's this platform
Yeah.
that lets people take assets, things like properties or equipment, even their skills or ideas, and turn them into like these tokens of opportunity.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Tokens of opportunity. What does that mean?
So imagine you have an empty building.
Okay.
You can, through the GAEM exchange,
Yeah.
you can tokenize that property.
Okay.
So basically you divide up the ownership into like these digital shares. And that makes it possible for anyone to invest,
Okay.
even if they don't have a lot of money.
Right.
You're not just buying a piece of the property.
Yeah.
You're investing in the potential of that space.
So it's like crowdfunding.
Yeah.
But you actually get something back.
You get a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
And it's not just about real estate.
Okay.
You can tokenize equipment, skills, even ideas.
Really?
So let's say you're a graphic designer.
Okay.
You could offer your services on the exchange and earn GAEM tokens or G tokens.
G tokens.
Yeah.
Got it.
They're like a cryptocurrency.
Okay.
But the cool thing is they're backed by these real assets, which makes them a lot less speculative than some other cryptocurrencies.
So it's not just like this digital money floating around.
Right.
It's tied to something real.
Yeah, it's tangible.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get that part. But how does this translate into actually empowering people?
Well, that's where the 5 pathways to empowerment come in.
The 5 pathways to empowerment.
Yeah, these are like the core pillars
Okay.
of the whole GAEM system.
Right. I'm listening. Tell me about these pathways.
Okay, so the first one is education and training.
Education and training. Okay.
It's all about giving people the skills they need
Right.
to succeed in this new GAEM economy,
Yeah.
So think about things like coding workshops, business development courses, even permaculture training. And you can access all of that using your G tokens.
So it's not like you're just throwing people into this new system.
No, no.
You're actually giving them the knowledge and the tools to make it work.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's the first pathway, education and training. What's next? Okay, so we've got education covered. What about the rest of those pathways?
All right, so the second pathway is business development.
Business development, all right.
And this is all about supporting people
Okay.
who want to start or grow their businesses
Right?
within this GAEM ecosystem.
Okay.
So this could be things like microloans
Uh-huh.
funded by G tokens
Okay.
or mentorship,
Right?
from people who've already been there and done that.
Yeah.
Even access to co-working spaces
Yeah.
and shared resources within the microhubs.
So it's like this built-in support network.
Exactly.
It's not just about giving you the money. It's like giving you the whole package.
Yeah. Oh, what's really cool is that it's all fueled by the GEM economy.
Right.
Those G tokens are used for everything,
Yeah.
from training and mentorship
Mm-hmm.
to getting those resources and even paying for services.
Speaking of that GAM economy,
Yeah.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around how it all works. It's so different
How's it
from
going?
how we normally do things.
It really is. So the GAEM economy is all about redefining how we create wealth.
Okay.
It's not about just stacking up more and more money.
Mm-hmm.
It's about building value within the community.
Okay.
And those G tokens, they're meant to encourage participation
Right.
and collaboration.
Okay.
So you can earn them
Yeah.
by contributing your skills,
Mhm.
investing in projects,
Right.
or even just actively taking part in your microhub.
So it's like this circular thing where
Interesting.
value is always being made and shared around the network.
Exactly. And because it's decentralized,
Right.
it cuts out all those traditional gatekeepers. You don't need a bank account or
Yeah.
a credit score to get involved.
Mm-hmm.
It's about giving individuals the power to take control
Yeah.
of their own economic future.
I like that idea. But let's talk about like the practical side of things.
Yeah.
Let's say somebody's listening and they think this sounds cool. Maybe they even want to start their own micro hub.
Right.
Where do they even begin?
The GAEM Changer book, it actually has like a step-by-step guide
Oh, really?
for how to build a GAEM hub.
Okay.
And it covers everything.
So it's not just theory.
No.
It's like, here's how you do it.
Yeah. So it's got things like how to find the right location,
Right.
how to get funding,
Okay.
how to get the community involved,
Right.
even how to design the space itself.
So each hub would be unique.
Absolutely. It
Yeah.
really emphasizes that you need to tailor each hub to fit its own community,
Yeah.
its needs and resources.
Right.
I mean, a hub in a farming town is going to look very different
Yeah.
than one in the middle of a city.
The book had some cool examples. I remember there was one about
Yeah.
turning an old shopping mall into a hub for entrepreneurs.
That's amazing. A great example of how GME encourages creative thinking.
Right. Yeah.
Being resourceful. It's all about seeing the potential,
Mm-hmm.
where other people might just see something that's run down
Yeah.
or obsolete.
There was another example I liked
Oh, yeah.
about a chateau in Europe
Uh-huh.
that they turned into
Yeah.
a co-working space
Well-
for digital nomads.
Cool.
And they had artist residencies there too.
It's incredible how GAEM can, revitalize
Yeah.
these places
Yeah.
that have been forgotten.
And it's not just about the physical spaces either.
Right. The digital side of things is just as important.
Mm-hmm.
It's about connecting these GAEM hubs
Yeah.
all over the world.
Right.
And that's where the global asset exchange really comes in.
Okay.
It lets people from anywhere
Yeah.
invest in projects, share resources,
Right.
and collaborate on a scale that we've never seen before.
So even if you don't have like an empty building
Yeah.
or land,
Right.
you can still be a part of it.
Absolutely. You can offer your skills,
Right.
invest your G tokens,
Mhm.
or even just share what you know and connect with others.
That global aspect of it is
Uh-huh.
what makes it so powerful.
It is, yeah. It's not just about coming up with local solutions.
Right.
It's about tackling global challenges
Yeah.
by working together.
And to make that happen,
Yeah.
GAEM's using some pretty high-tech stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I read about this thing called Ask Joe.
Ask Joe.
Yeah. Is that like an AI?
Yes, this AI-powered platform
Okay.
to help people figure out the whole GAEM ecosystem.
So it's like having your own GAEM guide.
You got it. So imagine having this personalized guide
Right.
who can answer all your questions about GAM, hook you up with the right resources,
Okay.
even help you find mentors or collaborators
Right.
based on your skills and what you're interested in.
Like a 24/7 GAEM concierge.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's just one way
Yeah.
that GAM is using technology to make things more inclusive and accessible for everyone. They're also looking at how AI can help, like, optimize resources, connect people with opportunities,
Right. Yeah.
and even predict future trends and challenges.
So they're not just reacting to problems, they're trying to stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah, they're being proactive.
Yeah.
It's about creating a system
Yeah.
that can adapt,
Right.
be resilient,
Yeah.
and constantly evolve to keep up with our changing world.
I'm getting the feeling that GAEM is about way more than just the economics or the technology. It's like it's tapping into this deeper desire to build a better world.
You're absolutely right. I mean, GAM is built on this belief that we're all connected.
Right.
And that we have this responsibility to create a future that works for everybody.
So it's not just about like individual success. It's about everyone doing well.
Exactly. And that brings us to the fourth pathway.
Okay.
Which is personal growth and wellness.
Personal growth and wellness. This is where it gets really interesting for me. Tell me more about that. Okay, so this pathway, personal growth and wellness, how does that fit into the whole GAEM thing?
Well, it's recognizing that real prosperity, it's about more than just money. Right. It's about well-being, like overall well-being.
Yeah.
The book really stresses that these GAEM hubs, they should also be places where people can work on their physical health, mental health, emotional health.
So are we talking like yoga studios inside the tech hub?
Could be.
Okay.
But it could also be things like, community gardens, meditation centers, art therapy workshops.
Okay.
Anything that helps people feel good and connect with themselves and with each other.
I like that.
And the important thing is these activities, they're valued.
Right.
They're part of the GAEM economy.
Yeah.
You can use your G tokens for them.
So it's like GAEM is saying, hey, taking care of yourself, connecting with your community, that's just as important as making money.
Exactly.
That's a pretty cool idea, considering how much our world usually just focuses on profits.
It really is.
Okay, so that's personal growth and wellness. We've got one more pathway, right?
Right. The final pathway is collaborative innovation.
Collaborative innovation.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well, it's the idea that the best solutions, the ones that really make a difference, they often come from bringing together lots of different perspectives, right?
Yeah.
So these GAEM hubs, they're designed to be spaces where people from different backgrounds, different skills, they can come together, share their ideas, and work together to solve problems.
So it's like this big melting pot of ideas and talents.
Exactly.
All focused on building a better future.
Yeah, and that collaborative energy, it goes beyond just the individual hubs.
Okay.
The global asset exchange connects all these hubs together.
Right.
So there's this constant flow of ideas and resources and expertise.
So even if you're working on something like in a small town, you could still have people all over the world helping you out.
That's the power of it.
That's amazing.
And as GAEM grows, they're exploring how to use things like AI and data to make that collaboration even better.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Imagine a platform that uses AI to connect you with the right people from all over the world based on what you're working on and what you're all about.
That would be so cool. It really seems like GAEM is building something special.
It does, doesn't it? It's not just about technology or economics.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that human potential, that we all have to create a better world.
Makes you wonder what it could look like in your own community, right?
That's the question we want everyone listening to think about.
Yeah.
What if there was a GAM hub right in your neighborhood?
Right.
What skills could you bring to the table? What kind of projects would you be excited to work on?
Because that's what it's really all about, isn't it?
It is.
Taking this idea and making it real.
It's about asking yourself, what can I do to make this happen?
It could be something small, like reading the book, checking out GAM.network, talking to your friends about it. Or maybe it's something bigger, like starting that community garden you've always wanted to do.
Exactly.
Or launching that business idea that's been in the back of your mind.
Every journey starts with a single step.
Well, GAM is creating a path for those steps.
Yeah.
Towards a future that's more fair, more sustainable, and more fulfilling for everyone.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, that's our deep dive into GAM. We hope you found it interesting.
Yeah.
And maybe even inspiring.
Absolutely.
And who knows, maybe you'll be the one building the next GAEM hub.
That would be awesome.
Thanks for listening, everybody.